Woo! Good evening. My name is Bryce Cameron. I'm here to tell some motherfucking jokes. Are you ready to hear some jokes? Raise your hand if you are from an American suburb. Raise it loud and proud if you're from an American suburb. American suburbs, middle, white, America. It doesn't get better than this. We are in the suburbs right now. And so what I'm going to talk about is, I'm going to start with the Brown versus Board of Education court case, which ruled that segregation in public schools is unconstitutional. So white people decided after that happened, well, I don't want my children going to school with anybody that doesn't resemble a jar of mayonnaise. So we're going to hike outside of these cities, and we are going to go to these new promised lands, which are called these suburbs, gated communities, grid-like communities, communities with big houses, big fences, anything of that sort. We're going to go where no people of color are going because I want to live in a white civilization. So, with that, you had in-ground pools. I don't know if I've seen a single subdivision that doesn't have an in-ground pool in it. I love in-ground pools. I would die for an in-ground pool right now. But anyway, so if you can imagine your average white man in the 1960s, he was probably a little bit racist, a little bit insecure, and so his wife might have been a little bit dissatisfied with their marriage. And henceforth, bear with me a little bit here. Pools, in-ground pools, they need maintenance. Pool boys, young boys getting put on the job for small wages. They can get paid very easily, very small wages. Dimes on the dollar for their work. These wives, these are looking at these unjaded little white boys. They're looking at them with a very lustful eye. So as you can imagine, bing, bang, boom, these marriages get destroyed by these pool boys. And then, so what you have there is you had one house originally. You had one suburban house with an in-ground pool. The divorce happened, husband and wife. You now have two houses, both with in-ground pools. And what do pools need? What do pools need? Maintenance. Pool boys! So now we have this multiplication of pools, and therefore I feel that there's this bigger institution at work, which I'm going to deem Big Poola, like Big Pharma. They're just trying to get more pools in the nation. They're trying to destroy white families, get more pools, more pool boys, more pools, more money. And that's what it's all about, honestly. But my family, my white middle America family, did not have a pool. Big Poola did not fool us. But you also have to watch out for Big Pizza, which sends pizza boys, destroys your family with a pizza boy. Boom, two families. One orders pizza, the other also orders pizza. It's honestly just a big multiplication of what's going on. So anyway, speaking of white middle America, I am very clearly from white middle America. I am Indiana, born and raised. So very clearly, I haven't set foot out of my house for many, many years. I feel like this is actually maybe the third time I've ever left my front door. So hi, how are all of you? I haven't seen many faces that look like this in a very long time. So anyways, being in a white family gatherings, graduation parties, birthday parties, reunions, is basically just like a large competition to see who can bring up politics the most tastelessly. I go up to my grandpa, I'm like, hey, it's really nice to see you at this birthday party for our 4-year-old relative. How's it going? I haven't seen you in a while, Grandpa. And he just grabs me by the fucking collar and he's like, I would be a lot better if Obama wasn't a fucking Muslim. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, Grandpa, I can't relate because I don't know what it's like to have my head that far up my ass. So, with the wonders of modern technology, we've been able to experience this endless white family gathering on things like social media. Facebook is just an endless white family gathering. It's just all these white people who are just saying these really terrible things. And I've had the pleasure of being added to a family reunion Facebook group. My family has a family reunion Facebook group. It's on my dad's side. And so it goes a little bit something like this. The chronology of it is like, I can't decide if I want to bring a green bean casserole or a sweet potato casserole to the family reunion. And then the next one is like, I've got this great new drinking game. Everybody's gonna get absolutely fucked up at this family reunion. And then the next one. Me and cousin Chris are getting divorced and you are never going to fucking see me again. I am leaving this state. You are all giant pieces of absolute shit. And then the next one. I have decided that I'm going to bring both green bean and sweet potato casserole. I feel like this is going to be absolutely delicious and I think you'll all enjoy it. So speaking of tone-deaf middle America, I have this coworker, and his name is Tom. He's an older gentleman. And one day I'm working with Tom. It's in the morning time. It's about maybe 11 in the morning. And this couple walks in. They look like they're a little bit younger than Tom, you know, age 50 maybe. It's not important. I'm drunk, I'm sorry. And so this couple walks in. The husband heads directly for the restroom, because I work in the travel industry, so they've been on the road for a minute. So he's gonna be out for a minute. He's in the restroom for a while. The wife goes and sits down on this chair in our waiting area, and she looks really, really distraught. Like, she has the face of like, don't fucking talk to me, like everywhere. Like, I'm just gonna sit in my chair and I'm just gonna wave at her. She walks in and she's gonna sit down. But my coworker Tom, he's basically like the love child of asphalt and cornfields. He has the brilliant idea to go and approach this lady who basically, she doesn't have them in her ears, but her face says, I have 2 earbuds in my ears. If you fucking talk to me, I'm going to rip all of your teeth out. So he goes up to her and talks to her, and he eventually finds out that she's not from the Southern Illinois area, but she's in town because her daughter is battling cancer, which at that point, he should have taken the hint that she doesn't want to be talked to. Just say, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry about that. I wish her much luck in her recovery, and just peace out, you know? But no, Tom is not that kind of man. Tom decides he's going to start talking. Well, cancer don't discriminate. It'll get you whether you're 5 or 80 years old. Cancer will fucking kill you. It'll rot your body out from the inside out, and there will be nothing left. You will be worm food. Your daughter is dead. Your daughter is dead. So this lady, her face is just drooping. It's drooping all the way to the floor. And I'm sitting there, and eventually at this point I'm feeling like I'm in a punishment. It's just me, Tom, and this lady in the room. I feel like the universe is calling down to me saying, hey Bryce, check this shit out. It's terrible. It's the most awkward situation I've ever been in at work. But you know, Tom doesn't stop there. He starts going through all the gruesome details of how his mother died of cancer, how it started really tiny, really, really tiny, and it just destroyed her, and she's dead now, and that's going to happen to your daughter. And so the lady eventually, after about 20 minutes of this absolute fucking torture, her husband gets out of the bathroom, and they both leave very quietly. They shuffle out of there. And in that moment, I knew about 2 things in the entire world were certain. Ever since this moment has happened to me, I've never really felt as certain about a thing as these 2 things that have happened to me. The first thing, that lady and her husband are never fucking coming back to our store again. The second thing, Tom's wife wakes up every morning, looks over at him as he's waking up, dip spit rolls out of his lip, and she thinks to herself, back in 1965, I really should have fucked the pool boy. I'm Bryce. Have a good night.